And this could play a lot into whether or not the Senate meets that deadline of Christmas to pass the bill. Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore holding ground, refusing to exit the upcoming special election amid allegations of sexual misconduct. Today, Moore calling on attorney Gloria to release a high school yearbook that she claims is evidence in the allegations. Peter Ducey live in Birmingham, Alabama. Doug Jones, the competitor to Roy Moore, the Democrat, seems as though he's beginning to turn the tables a little bit and trying to go after Moore on this.
It's interesting, Leland. I had a chance a few hours ago to ask Doug Jones what he thinks about Moore and his allies trying to cast him in this race as an ultra-liberal who is just like President Obama. And when I asked him that, he laughed.
Well, that's pretty absurd. You know, that's their only hope. I mean, look, they're in desperation mode right now. They're trying to flip stuff back. If you look at the positions I've got on health care, if you look at positions I've got on jobs, if you're looking at the support I have from the business community, I think I'm pretty mainstream. I want to reach across the aisle and talk to all people, so I don't really care what he says about me.
Jones says he's a moderate, but he has a 180-degree position from something that helped President Trump get elected here in this state by a wide margin, and that is immigration. I asked Jones also if he thinks a border wall should be built, and he said no, it's too expensive. About 150 people turned out to see Doug Jones today at a fish fry, while across town here in Birmingham, a group of religious leaders supporting the Democrat made clear that they think the allegations against Republican Roy Moore are a lot more serious than the allegations against Democratic Senator Al Franken.
Al Franken, with the adult, he admitted it's wrong, apologized, has asked for an assessment, and has offered amends. Roy Moore has lied and lied and lied. He has not done any repentance, anything.
So far, surrogates are going after Republican Roy Moore a lot more than the actual candidate is, unless, of course, he is asked a question. Leland.
Noteworthy for sure. All right, Peter, you've got a lot of Republicans in Washington really lambasting Moore, saying he needs to drop out, he's unfit. If he makes it to the Senate, they are going to try to throw him out, maybe not seat him. The president not being as tough about it. But it seems as though there's a big divide between Republicans in Washington and Republicans in Alabama. Fair?
Today, we saw a group of faith leaders here in Alabama come to Moore's defense, including a pastor named David Floyd, who told Alabama.com this: "I don't believe those women. In this country, you're innocent until proven guilty." And the governor, Kay Ivey, hasn't seen enough from these accusers to stop her from voting for Moore either, even though she says she doesn't have any reason to doubt the accusers.
I will cast my ballot on December the 12th, and I do believe that the nominee of the party is the one I'll vote for. I believe in the Republican Party and what we stand for, and most important, we need to have a Republican in the United States Senate to vote on the things like Supreme Court justices, other appointments that the Senate has to confirm and make major decisions. And so that's what I plan to do, is vote for the Republican nominee, Roy Moore.
We haven't seen Roy Moore since Thursday, and we don't know about any campaign events that he has today or tomorrow. Leland?
Real quick before you go, Peter, at that Doug Jones event that you were at, and as you've followed him around for the past couple of days, are you meeting any Republicans who say, well, now I'm open to talking to Jones, or is it just sort of him energizing the Democrats that there are in Alabama?
Perfect example of this, Leland. A little while ago, as the event was breaking down, I met a guy who says that he was in Jones's fraternity in college and really wants to vote for him because of the personal connection, but he's having a really hard time just with the thought of possibly voting for a Democrat, even somebody that he's known for years. I asked him when the last time he saw Jones was. He said at the college reunion. So there are some lifelong Republicans who are curious. They turn out to the events, but it's not easy for them.
Yeah, we'll see what Moore's camp is doing to try to counter that. Peter Ducey on the ground in Alabama. Busy weekend coming up for you. Thanks, Peter.